It is a question that baffles humanity. From as early as the ancient Greeks all the way into the 21st century. We are still curious to know. Who came first? The chicken or the egg? The question would be simple if taken literally. Laying animals existed long before the appearance of chickens. Technically, the egg came before the chicken. But this question is best formulated: the chicken or the chicken egg? Focuses more on cyclical cause and effect. That is, if a chicken is born from an egg. Where did the egg come from? Another chicken, probably, which must also have come from an egg. So what came first? On the one hand, we have a chicken team. Research indicates that protein is necessary for the formation of chicken eggs, OV17. It is only found in chicken ovaries. Without it, the shell of a chicken egg cannot be formed. So, without a chicken, you can't technically get a chicken egg. But it all depends on the nature and definition of the chicken egg in the first place. After all, a chicken egg is an egg laid by a chicken. Or the one that simply contains chicken? Obviously, the OV17 carrier chicken had to come from somewhere. But if an elephant lays an egg, a lion will hatch from it. Will it be an elephant's egg or a lion's egg? This leads to the other side of the story: team egg. During reproduction, two organisms pass on their genetic information in the form of DNA. But this DNA replication is never 100% accurate. It often results in subtle changes to the new organism. These tiny mutations in DNA over thousands of generations create new species. But these genetic mutations must occur in the zygote, or primary cell. So, a creature very similar to a chicken, which we can call a primitive chicken. He will mate with another hen. And due to a small genetic mutation, the first chicken was created. That grew in an egg. So, the egg came first? Well, the chicken team might argue that this was just chicken. It grows inside a primitive chicken egg. However, no mutation can form a new species. Although we humans like to classify all creatures into different groups and names. This depends on the current state of affairs, not how it was millions of years ago. The process of evolution is so gradual that no proto-chicken until the birth of a chicken could be considered a new species at that time. Much like how dogs came from wolves. When humans began interacting with and domesticating wolves, there was not a single point where a wolf gave birth to a dog. But instead, certain traits may have arisen from selective pressures. Like choosing wolves that are not afraid of humans. Or those that were less aggressive. Over many generations, we can see great differences in genetic and behavioral traits. So where does this leave us? We have two scenarios. Some types of early oviposition gradually lead to the formation of primary chickens that laid the first chicken eggs. In one of these eggs, there was a mutation that caused a slight change and a selective advantage. This was finally the first chicken, and then she moved on to laying chicken eggs. In this case, the chicken technically came first. Or we have a proto-hen who gave birth to a chicken inside what we might classify as a chicken egg. And as such, the egg came first. Which brings us back to the naming in the question of what is a chicken egg? Which is a rather nonsensical question. But at the end of the day, it's what we can all agree on. Regardless of whether it is a chicken egg or a primitive chicken egg. The first real chicken came from an egg. The egg came first. Do you have a burning question you want answered? Ask him in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter. And subscribe for more weekly science videos. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?